Chapter 61. The Heart of Eldroth's Storm.
Pip stepped into the chamber, wind swirling with shards of starlight and runes. The storm raged, its heart pulsing with Eldroth's silhouette.
Eldroth, I'm here! Don't let the storm take you!
Eldroth's form flickered, torn between cosmic past and present, voices of forgotten worlds echoing through the chamber. Pip navigated the chaos, grabbing fragments of runes and starlight, each a memory of Eldroth's long existence, loneliness, hope, fear, and wonder.
I have been unmade and remade, Pip. What am I without memory?
You're more than your past, Eldroth. You're our friend right here and now.
As Pip spoke, the storm's fury lessened, and Eldroth's form grew steadier, runes swirling gently around them. With each memory restored, Eldroth's light brightened, pushing back the void. Pip reached out, and Eldroth took shape, whole and luminous once more.
Thank you, Pip. I remember who I am now.
You're part of our story, every bit as much as the rest of us.
The storm faded, revealing a sanctum where the companions reunited, embraced by magical light. As the companions caught their breath, the mysterious narrator materialized, eyes flickering and tome in hand, casting a long shadow over the sanctum. You have reclaimed your stories, but the ending slips from even my grasp. Another hand writes now, older, deeper, more dangerous.
Older than you? But who? What could that be? Is our story being stolen? I don't like the sound of that.
The source of stories. The Origin Quill.
Shadows deepened as a swirling portal appeared, its center darker than ink. The shadowy portal yawned wide, pulling at the companions with a force that felt like destiny itself. Beyond, the outline of an ancient quill shimmered, promising either the end or a new beginning.
We're not letting anyone else finish our story. Together, we face whatever's next.
If we have to bake Destiny a cake, I'll do it. All for one chapter, and one chapter for all.
Let us meet the source.
The companions stepped into the darkness as the portal closed behind them, their fate entwined with the Origin Quill.
Chapter 62. The Ink Between Beginnings.
The companions tumbled through the portal and landed in a world of shifting mists and formless possibility. The ground rippled with unwritten words, and the sky was a blank expanse.
I can't tell if I'm upside down or inside out. It's like nothing's decided yet.
This is the ink between beginnings, the birthplace of stories.
Every step left footprints that became half-formed tails, twisting behind them. As they pressed forward, strange beings emerged, creatures woven from phrases and punctuation, their forms flickering between sense and nonsense. One, shaped like a question mark, hopped curiously around Pip.
Oh, hello, little whatever you are.
Living grammar. I must update my field notes.
Careful, Pip. That exclamation point looks ready to pounce.
Are they friendly, or just waiting for us to mess up our sentence structure?
The creatures danced and darted, occasionally rearranging themselves into short, nonsensical stories. The ground quivered as the companions' thoughts and fears began to shape the landscape. Shadows of doubt twisted into looming sentences, while hopes blossomed into radiant lines of poetry.
Be wary. Here, what you feel can become real. But
I'm trying very hard not to think about runaway muffins right now. Let's keep our story hopeful then.
Together, we'll write our way through.
With each positive thought, the mists parted, revealing a path toward a looming ink-black figure. At the end of the path stood the Keeper of the Ink, an enormous, amorphous being with parchment-draped form and silver-drop eyes, staff of quills in hand. Its presence felt as old as the first word ever spoken.
Seekers, you stand at the threshold of the Origin Quill. Only those who answer the riddle of creation may pass.
A riddle at the heart of all stories.
I hope it's not in cursive.
The Keeper raised its staff, and the mists swirled into a single, shimmering question. The Keeper's voice echoed, "What is the first word of every story, and the last breath of every ending?" The companions stared at the swirling mists, knowing their answer would decide the fate of all stories.
Is it hope? Or maybe once?
Or maybe it's something we all share.
What if it's breakfast?
The mists shimmered, the Keeper's eyes unblinking, as the companions prepared to answer the riddle of creation.
Chapter 63. The Answer in the Mists.
The companions huddled together as the Keeper's riddle echoed. What is the first word of every story, and the last breath of every ending? Mists swirled, thick with anticipation.
Hope and once, but they don't feel quite right.
What if it's laughter? Or breakfast?
Stories begin and end in so many ways, but always with a breath.
Breath. It's breath. We speak, we sigh, we end and begin with it.
The Keeper's eyes glimmered silver as the mists parted, revealing a path of ink flowing onward. The world reshaped itself into a river of glowing words, each phrase alive and shifting. The companions stepped onto the flowing script, feeling stories ripple beneath their feet.
This is the flow of all stories, past, present, and unwritten.
Careful, that sentence nearly tripped me.
I've always wanted to walk on a metaphor. Look, the words change with every step.
The river carried them forward, shifting scenes from their own adventures flickering on its surface. As they journeyed, the current grew stronger, pulling up memories, victories, mistakes, hopes, and regrets, rippling all around them. Some threatened to drag them under.
Watch out! This chapter nearly swept me away.
Hold on, everyone. Remember who we are.
Our stories are strongest together.
We choose what to remember and what to become.
Linked together, the companions pressed on, rising above the swirling memories. The river opened onto a shore of blank parchment, where the Origin Quill stood, towering, ancient, glowing with shifting runes and surrounded by a halo of silver ink.
That's it. The Origin Quill. The start of everything. Duh.
It's beautiful.
Its power can create or erase all that is.
The companions approached, wonder and fear mingling as the air crackled with possibility. As Pip reached for the Origin Quill, a massive shadow rose from the depths of the river, featureless, hungry, and erasing words wherever it touched. The companions recoiled as stories vanished behind them.
It's eating the stories! Quick, Pip!
We've come too far to let everything end now.
The shadow lunged for the Origin Quill, and Pip leapt between them, caught between creation and oblivion, as the world hung on the edge of a single word.
Chapter 64. Between Creation and Oblivion.
Pip faced the formless shadow, its touch erasing stories and color from the world. The Origin Quill pulsed behind him, glowing with ancient promise.
You can't take every story, not while I'm here.
The shadow surged, darkness spilling across the parchment shore. Pip's outline flickered dangerously. Mary, Tilda, Bristlequill, and Eldroth rushed to Pip's side, weaving their own stories, memories of friendship, laughter, and hope, into a radiant shield.
You want our tales? You'll have to eat 1,000 pages of adventure first. We choose what we become, not what's erased. I will not let a single library vanish.
Light from memory, shield us from oblivion.
Their unity blazed, forcing the shadow to recoil as the Origin Quill vibrated with possibility. The Origin Quill hovered above Pip's hand, bestowing a power, the chance to rewrite one moment in all of story. The air shimmered with possibilities.
Choose wisely, for one word may birth or end 1,000 tales.
Only one, but there's so much to fix, so much to save.
The right moment can change everything, Pip.
Pip's heart pounded as the quill's magic flowed through him, the world holding its breath. The shadow split, multiplying into countless smaller voids, each racing across the parchment to erase stories everywhere at once. Chaos erupted as lines of narrative began to vanish.
Pip, there's too many! My favorite chapter's disappearing.
The libraries, the world's memory.
Pip, now is the time.
The world trembled, stories unraveling as Pip raised the quill, forced to choose what must be saved. Pip stared at the Origin Quill, heart aching, as all of existence teetered on his decision. The companions' faces swirled in the light and dark.
How do I choose? What story do I save?
Trust your heart, Pip. We believe in you.
Every ending is a beginning, Pip.
Pip pressed the quill to parchment as the world hung suspended, his choice about to remake everything.
Chapter 65. One word to save the world.
Pip's hand shook as he pressed the Origin Quill to the parchment, world trembling around him. The companions' faces hovered in the light, urging him on.
Together.
As the single word was written, it glowed, unfurling into a golden script that wrapped around Pip and his friends, pushing back the shadows. The golden word expanded, weaving through every story and memory, stitching lost tales back into place. The companions felt themselves drawn closer, their stories interlaced by magic.
I can see every path we walked, every choice we made.
Even the burned scones.
Nothing is truly lost, not while we remember.
We are stronger for every word we share.
The world brightened, color and memory flooding back as the shadow shrank and splintered. The remnants of the shadow twisted into cryptic symbols, forming a message no one could yet understand. The words burned briefly before fading into the parchment beneath their feet.
Did anyone else see that? It looked like a warning. I didn't like the look of those runes.
The shadow is not truly gone. Its root lies deeper.
The light flickered, and silence fell as the message vanished, leaving a sense of unfinished business in the air. The Keeper of the Ink loomed, eyes like silver moons, staff raised as the world steadied.
You have saved your world, but the true author of oblivion stirs beneath the roots of creation. Beware the Unwritten One.
The Unwritten One? That doesn't sound like a happy ending.
Then we must keep writing. Our story isn't finished yet.
The companions exchanged determined glances, ready for the next chapter, whatever darkness awaited. A crack split the parchment beneath their feet, revealing a vast darkness below. Faint, unfinished words echoed up from the chasm, beckoning the companions onward.
If the Unwritten One wants a story, we'll give it a good one.
Ready, everyone? Let's see how deep a tale can go.
Together, we descend.
The companions leapt into the unknown, falling toward the roots of creation as the next adventure began.
Chapter 66. Roots of the Unwritten.
The companions plunged through the crack, falling past drifting, unfinished words, into a world of tangled roots and shifting shadows. The air was thick with the scent of old parchment and possibility.
That was a longer fall than I expected.
Are those roots or sentences?
We are beneath the foundations of all tales, where stories still grow.
Roots pulsed with faint light, sometimes forming words, sometimes faces, always shifting. The group navigated twisting tunnels where echoes of stories half-told whispered from the walls. Faint, ghostly figures flickered in and out of view, unfinished and yearning.
These are tales that never found their end.
I hope they're not upset about it.
Maybe they just need a new punchline.
Beware the pull of unfinished stories. They hunger for endings.
The tunnels seemed to shift, rewriting themselves with every step. At a crossroads, the companions found ancient glyphs carved deep into a thick root, pulsing with ominous light. The glyphs warned of the Unwritten One's restless slumber.
Those symbols look angry. It's a warning. Disturb not the unwritten root, lest all tales unravel.
So let's not poke anything that wriggles.
The prison weakens. We must tread carefully.
The ground trembled, and the roots tightened around the path ahead. In the deepest tunnel, a figure emerged, lanky, ink-stained, draped in tattered manuscript robes, clutching a luminous page. Their eyes swirled with living words.
Travelers, you seek the Unwritten One, but every passage demands a secret. Will you trade truth for a way forward?
What kind of secret? And how do we know you're not working for, well, the bad ending?
A truth unwritten, spoken aloud, one for one, passage for passage.
The scribe's page glowed brighter, illuminating a path that wound even deeper beneath the roots. The companions exchanged glances, hearts pounding. Would they reveal a secret to pass, or risk becoming another unfinished story? The scribe waited, page gleaming.
I have secrets, but are they worth the risk? What if my secret isn't big enough?
We'll decide together. We always do.
The scribe below held out the luminous page, and the tunnel plunged into deeper darkness, the next step resting on a single secret.
Chapter 67. The Price of Secrets.
The scribe below's ink-stained hand hovered, luminous page glowing in the darkness. Silence pressed in as the companions weighed their secrets.
I sometimes wish I'd never signed that library form. Not because of the magic, because I was afraid to belong.
The page drank in Pip's words, glowing brighter, and the tunnel ahead uncoiled, roots drawing aside. The companions pressed on, the tunnel walls murmuring with echoes of Pip's secret. The air was thick with the weight of unspoken truths.
We all have things we wish we'd done differently, Pip. You belong with us. Always have.
Even fear is part of your story, Pip.
The group moved closer together, their trust growing stronger with every step. Shadows along the tunnel walls twisted into illusions, doubts and regrets given shape. Each companion faced a vision born of their own secrets.
I am more than my mistakes. No, I won't let you tell me I'm not clever enough.
My path is my own, shadow or no.
Shadows fade when we speak them aloud.
Their words shattered the illusions, clearing the tunnel of lingering doubts. The tunnel opened into a vast cavern, a prison of tangled roots and swirling darkness. In the center, a void pulsed, formless and hungry, barely contained by ancient glyphs.
That's where it's trapped. The Unwritten One.
I feel like it's watching us. Let's not wake it.
Its story is unfinished and dangerous.
The darkness shifted, and roots trembled as if in anticipation. At the cavern's edge, the Scribe Below appeared once more, holding a second blank page that shimmered with unsaid possibilities.
Passage demands another secret. The deeper you go, the more truth must be paid. Then we'll give what we must. The world is worth the telling.
How many secrets does it take to reach the end of a story?
The companions braced themselves, knowing the next secret could change everything. The void pulsed, hungry for what came next.
Chapter 68. Truths in the Dark.
The Scribe Below extended the blank page, its glow casting long shadows. Tension crackled as the companions hesitated, each secret weighing on their tongues.
I have hidden a story from the world, one I was too proud to finish. I feared it was unworthy.
The scribe's page drank in her words, and the ground trembled as a hidden passage yawned open in the cavern's floor. The companions descended a twisting staircase, the void's presence warping the world. Memories flickered and bent, rooms stretched impossibly, voices echoed backward.
My head feels like someone's rewritten it in a hurry. Don't trust what you see or hear. Hold on to each other.
Our story holds us together. Remember that.
The world rippled, but the group pressed on, guided by the Origin Quill's faint glow. At the heart of the labyrinth, a monstrous figure stirred, stitched from forgotten tales, its many eyes and mouths whispering lost endings.
Who dares disturb the stories left behind? Feed me truth, or be unmade.
We honor every story, even the ones not finished. We won't let you stop us.
We face you together. You can't frighten us with forgotten words.
The companions joined hands, their shared truths shining as the Guardian recoiled, weakened by their unity. Beyond the defeated Guardian stood a great stone gateway, covered in shifting runes. At its center, a single question: what truth unlocks all endings?
The answer is not written, it must be revealed.
We've shared secrets, but is that enough? Maybe it's about what we're still afraid to say.
The runes shimmered, awaiting a confession from the heart. Pip felt the weight of every secret and story, realizing the answer was his to give. The runes pulsed, the void behind the gate stirring.
I think I know what I have to say.
Speak, Pip. All stories begin with a single truth.
We're with you, Pip.
Pip stepped forward, heart pounding, as the gate awaited the truth that could change the world.
Chapter 69. The Heart's Confession.
Pip stood before the rune-covered gate, companions at his side, the question burning in the air. What truth unlocks all endings?
I'm afraid of being forgotten. I want to belong, to matter in someone else's story.
The runes blazed with golden light, the gate shuddered, and ancient stone slid open, revealing a swirling realm of unfinished tales. The companions entered a shifting chamber where reality bent. Unfinished stories spun around them, and fragments of lost worlds floated in the darkness.
This place. It feels like every story that never found an ending. It's beautiful and sad at the same time.
The Unwritten One's power warps all things unfinished. Stay close. The Unwritten One.
Shadows flickered, and the companions' forms blurred as the world threatened to pull them apart. The void's influence deepened, and the companions were separated by illusions, each facing their greatest fear alone amid the storm of tales.
Where did everyone go? Am I lost forever? This isn't real. I won't be alone again.
I know my friends are near. I won't be tricked by shadows.
Trust the story that binds us.
Their voices pierced the illusions, the golden thread of their friendship pulling them back together. At the heart of the prison, the companions reunited before the Unwritten One, a massive, swirling void with many shifting eyes and a core of silvery light.
So, the story reaches its penultimate page. Will you write, or will you be unwritten?
Why me? Why any of us?
Because your story is unfinished, Pip. You hold the power to end, or begin, all.
The void's tendrils reached for Pip, the air thick with possibility and peril. The Unwritten One's core pulsed, and a voice echoed in Pip's mind. Write the world anew, and all will be yours, but you will lose yourself in the telling.
If I accept, what happens to my story?
Become the author, or become a forgotten page. Choose, halfling.
Pip, don't listen. Your story matters to us.
Pip stood on the edge of destiny. The world's fate balanced on his answer as the void pressed closer.
Chapter 70. The Choice and the Echo.
Pip stood before the Unwritten One, the void's tendrils swirling around him, its pulsing core promising power at the cost of self.
Choose. Become the author of all. Erase yourself for the sake of the tale.
If I write the world anew, who will remember Pip Thistledown?
Pip, we will. You're part of our story. Don't let go.
The companions' voices echoed, hope shimmering in the darkness. The Unwritten One howled, warping the world into a storm of vanishing memories and melting realities. The companions fought to hold on to each other and themselves.
Don't let the story slip away. Hold on. No story, no person is too small to matter.
Pip, remember who you are. Your tale is not finished.
The golden thread of unity glowed, binding the group against the void's assault. Pip faced the void, heart pounding. He raised his voice, clear and unwavering.
I won't erase myself for power. Every story matters, especially the little ones. That's what makes the world worth saving.
Then be unwritten.
No! Pip, you're not alone.
The void recoiled, its shadows thinning as Pip's words echoed through the chaos. As the void shrank, a final tendril lashed out, wrapping around Pip and pulling him toward the pulsing core.
Pip, don't let go. Hold on to your story, Pip.
Pip, remember the truth you spoke. Shh.
Pip's fingers slipped from his friend's grasp as the void's echo dragged him into darkness, his voice still ringing with hope.